channel. So already we have discussed what is about the pure line selection, and now we will discuss about the mass selection. And we know this mass selection is very much important for the objective basis, which is asked in ICAR examinations as well as different UGC NET examinations. And if we are giving the examination like mains exam, Odisha Civil Service as well as the Union Civil Service examination, UPSC or OPSC, then we can see these are the questions which is basically asked in the entrance examinations. So now we will study the mass selection. So this mass selection, already we have covered the pure line selection. Okay. So in case of mass selection, we will follow this procedure. First, we will see the introduction part, where it means we will see what do you mean by mass selection. Then we will see where we will apply this mass selection. Then we will see the procedure. Then we can go for the merit and demerit. And in last, we will see the achievements through mass selection. Okay. So first one is this is the introduction part, and in this introduction part we will see what do you mean by mass selection. So basically, if I will say the mass selection means selection of a number of plants having similar phenotype. These things you have to remember. So based on the phenotypic character, so we will select one phenotype character, and this phenotype character, these are easily observable. It may be plant height, it may be grain color, it may be disease resistance, it may be the grain size. So whatever the phenotypic characters you are selected, this based on this phenotype, so all the similar phenotype plants should be selected. This is known as the mass selection. So in mass selection, you just remember, you will select 200 to 2000 plants who have been the similar phenotypes from the basic population. So these are this selection will be done from the basic population. This selection will be done from the basic population. So again, if I will say what do you mean by basic population? Basic population means in a locality area there are different varieties. Yes or no? There are different varieties are there. So this is one type of genotype. This is another type of genotype. So here it will be another type of genotype. So this is so if we will see, this is the different types of genotypes, or we can say mixture of different varieties are there. So it is a heterogeneous population. As well as we will see it will be homozygous or it will be heterozygous in nature. This population, whatever the basic population is there, it is in heterogeneous condition, and it may be either homozygous condition, as we can see in case of self-pollinated crop, and it will be heterozygous condition as it will be in cross-pollinated crop. In case of self-pollinated crop, most of the plants are homozygous in nature, but in case of cross-pollinated crop, we will see most of the plants are heterozygous in nature. So from this basic population, I will select a similar phenotype in nature. So these are the plants having similar phenotypes. This black color, so these are the similar phenotypes. So I will select from this basic population, I will select 200 to 2000 plants having the similar phenotype in nature. Okay. Okay, so next thing you have to remember that here no progeny test will be done. No progeny test will be done in case of mass selection. Again, here it will be applicable. It is applicable to both and self as well as cross-pollinated crop. Again, we will see whatever the population is obtained. This is more uniform. Whatever the population obtained from the mass selection, it will be more uniform. It will be more uniform as compared to the basic population, or we can say the original population. Okay, so last one is this mass selection variety, which is nothing but the mixture of several pure lines. Okay, so if I will see here, you just remember, if I will see the two terms, one is pure line selection and another is mass selection. So what will be the end product? This is normally asked in different entrance examinations. So what is the outcome? What is the outcome from the pure line selection? Here the outcome is, it is homozygous in nature and it is homogeneous in nature. It means here we will find the pure line variety having only one genotype. Okay, so what are the pure lines we have found? These are having only one type of genotype. Let this is AA, BB, CC. Another plant, this is also have similar genotype, AA, BB, CC. So this is plant 1, this is plant 2, this is plant 3. So you can see all these three plants have the same genotype. So we can say this is only one type of genotype is found in case of pure line selection. But if we will see the mass selection, here we will see the mass selection. What is the outcome? The outcome is, it is homozygous in nature, but it is heterogeneous in nature. We can say it is heterogeneous in nature. This is in case of self-pollinated crop. So in case of self-pollinated crop, here we will find the homogeneous and the heterogeneous in nature. Homozygous and heterogeneous. So here we will see mixture of several pure line. As we know, pure line means it is homozygous and homogeneous. So mixture means, here we can say, if this is plant number 1, this is AA, BB, CC. Again, if we will see, this is plant number 2, here it contains DD, EE and FF. Plant number 3, it contains GG, HH, II. So you can see here that plant number 1, it is homozygous in nature, as all are the similar allele is there. Plant 2 is also homozygous in nature, plant 3 is also homozygous in nature. But if we will see the genotypic characteristics, then we will see that plant 1 and plant 2 and plant 3, these genotypic characteristics are different. So this is known as the heterogeneous in nature. So here it is a pure line, here it is one pure line, here it is another pure line. So what is the outcome from the mass selection? Here it is mixture of several pure lines. But the outcome from the pure line selection, this is only one pure line is there. Okay. So this is the basic characteristics where mass selection is. We can see that different pure lines are there. Okay. So here I am saying that as these are different mixture of pure lines, you see, as these are different mixture of pure lines, if an insect is attached to the plant 3, let us you say this plant 3 is susceptible. This plant 3 is susceptible to the insect. Let this is rice plant, and you can say this is yellow stem borer. The insect is yellow stem borer. Now if we will see plant 3 is susceptible to the yellow stem borer. So it doesn't mean that the plant 1 and plant 2 is also susceptible to the yellow stem borer. Why? Because plant 1 and plant 2 have different genotype. Hence, the plant 1 and plant 2, they are more adaptable, or they can give resistance to this yellow stem borer. Okay, but in case of here you can see this. Let us this insect. This is yellow stem borer is there, and you can see here plant 3 is susceptible to yellow stem borer. So if this plant 3 is susceptible to yellow stem borer, that means plant 1 and plant 2, all these plants are also susceptible to this yellow stem borer, because all plants have similar genotypes. So we can see that means whatever the outcome, this means we can say the varieties which are developed from the mass selection, these are more adaptable in nature, whereas the variety which are developed from the pure line selection, these are less adaptability. Okay, so this is the thing. So in next we will see application. So in which case we will use this mass selection. First one, whatever the basic varieties, local varieties there, we have to go for their improvement, as well as for maintain the purity. Purity means, let us we think I have a variety which is the best variety. But in progress of time, this is the variety I have, this is the best variety I have. But in progress of time, there are several varieties are there which will be mixed with my variety. In progress of time, this is my best variety. But during the cultivation process, what happens during the progress of time? There are mixture during the harvesting procedure, or during the handling procedure of the agricultural practices. There are other varieties are there which will pollute my best variety. So I have to purify this variety. So maintain the purity or superiority of the existing variety. So now, if we will see, you can use for improvement of the desi variety of the self-pollinated crop, as well as we can use the local varieties which are the mixture of several pure lines. This is the same thing. Mass selection is also used to improve the local variety without adversing the authentic adaptability. That means, as they are heterogeneous in nature, so more adaptability is there, as well as more stability is there. So this is the thing. So in the next, we will see. This is the thing. You can just read it. What is the purification? Then how new cultivar is used, developed from this mass selection. So now this is the basic thing you can see here. What is the procedure? Behind this mass selection? So whatever the basic population I have, this is the basic population, and this basic population is more variability is there. In case of basic population. From this basic population, in first year, I will select 200 to 2000 plants having the similar phenotype. I have already told, all these plants have the similar phenotype. All these plants have the similar phenotypes, and after selection, this I have already told the characteristics which are desirable. Based on these desirable characteristics, I will see what are the plants from this basic population having a similar phenotype, and I will select 200 to 2000 plants. Again, in the second year, from these 200 to 2000 plants, whatever the seeds I will collect, these seeds will be composited. Okay, you just remember here, no individual harvest. Or we can say no individual plant progeny case of pure line selection. In case of pure line selection, in the first year we have harvested individually, and we have in the second year we have grown the individual plant progenies. But here you just remember there will be no individual harvest or no individual plant progeny growth. So whatever in mass selection whatever the seeds are there, we will harvest those seeds. That means we can say the bulk harvest will be there. So whatever the seeds there will be composited, and in the second year whatever the seeds are there, we have found these seeds are grown in preliminary yield trial. Remember, in second year we are going for preliminary yield trial, and as we know, in case of preliminary yield trial, the check variety will be grown, and whatever the seeds, whatever the variety which we will find after this mass selection, this will be compared with the check variety. Check variety, you know what do you mean by check variety? Check variety is the best variety of that locality. Check variety is the best variety of that locality, which is the high yielding variety, or this variety which will give highest yield in that local region. That means here we will grow a check variety. So along with the check variety, whatever the seeds are there, they will be replication yield trial will be there. So now we will see whether this variety, this is the mass selected variety, this is the mass selected variety. So this mass selected variety, if the mass selected variety yield is more than the check variety, then we will go for in the next year we will go for the multi-location yield trial. Multi-location trial, which is known as the coordinated trial. This coordinated trial will be done by the AICRT. Okay. So in case of multi-location trial, this is location number 1, this is location 2, this is location 3. In location 1, they are having a check variety. In location 2, they are having different check variety. Location 3, they are having different check variety. So whatever the mass selected variety is there, this is mass selected varieties. So mass selected variety, this is mass selected varieties. So in location number 1, if the mass selected variety yield is more than their check variety, then here we can grow these mass selected varieties. If the mass selected varieties yield is less than the check variety of that locality region, then here the mass selected variety is rejected. Again, here in case of location 3, if the mass selected variety yield is more than their check variety, then it will be accepted. So this multi-location yield trial, I have already told, this will be carried out for 3 years. I have already told the multi-location yield trial will be carried out for 3 years. So 4, 5 and 6 years. 4th, 5th and 6th year we will go for the multiplication trial. So after this process, if the varieties are more promising as compared to their local varieties, then we will go for the seed multiplication process, where in the 6th year we will go for the seed multiplication process for the distribution to the farmers. Okay, so you can see these things. So you will see what is the merits. I have already told you. You always remember, you will compare pure line selection and mass selection. Always remember, the merits of pure line selection are the demerits of mass selection, and the demerits of pure line selection are the merits of mass selection. So if you can remember the merits of pure line selection, then you can write the demerit of the mass selection. If you can remember the demerit of mass selection, then you can write the merit of mass selection. So here, it can be applied both self and cross-pollinated crop. This is the merit. Again, varieties which are developed from mass selection, these are widely accepted, but in case of pure line selection, this is narrowly accepted. Okay, why it is widely accepted I have already told, because these are mixture of pure lines. Again, protection against diseases I have told, it retains considerable variability because these are heterogeneous in nature, so the variability is there. Again, we can say preservation of the land races, useful for purification of the pure line varieties, as well as if we want to improve some few genes which are highly heritable in nature. Whatever the as we have told, whatever the pure line selection and mass selection, these are based on the phenotype nature. I have already told pure line selection, mass selection, these are the selection based on the similar phenotype or superior phenotype. So these phenotypes means, let us, this is plant height. So whatever the character I have taken, these characters should have high heritable in nature, so that the selection will be more effective. So if the character I have taken, if it is less heritable in nature, that means now whatever the selection is there, it is less effective. Okay, so it is a simple method and quick method is there. Again, if we will see the demerit of mass selection, so as I have already told, as these are the mixture of different plants, as these are the mixture of different genotypes, as these are the mixture of different genotypes, so they have different. So here, the let us, this is, we can say this is the, let us say this is maturity time. Let us, this plant will mature in 100 days. This plant will mature in 150 days. This will mature in 50 days. This will mature in 70 days. This will mature in 80 days. So, as the maturity time is different, so it will be difficult for the farmer to harvest these plants. As well as, if we will see the plant height, so as these are not uniform, these are also less preferred by farmer, because farmer always want uniform plants. So whatever the mass selected varieties, these are less preferred by the farmers. So whatever the mass selection is there, so this is generally based, this is mass selection is done for the purification of the varieties, whereas pure line selection is used for the commercial purpose. Okay, so as these are more, these are less uniform in nature, so it is more difficult in seed certification program. Again, there is no progeny test is there, so whatever the genotype is there, we cannot identify which genotype is there. Again, since the selection is based on phenotype, no control over pollination. Again, the characteristics which are governed by a large number of genes with low heritability, I have told, if there is low heritability in nature, then the variety cannot be improved. Again, it cannot create any new varieties, but utilizes the existing genetic variability, whatever the variability which is present in the basic population. So, using this variability, we will release new variety, but we cannot create one new variation. Okay. So, if we will see the achievements, you can see here the achievements. This cotton, Garward American, groundnut, TMB1, sorghum RS1, and MQ15. So this is the basic things you have to write in the mains paper.